Hi guys, welcome back. I am Stu and this is Ayers Adventure for Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic Wacky Worlds expansion. You are helping Aboriginal people to build a park as part of a cultural awareness program. You need to get a large number of guests to educate them in the unique heritage of the Aboriginal people. Your objective to have at least 1,500 guests in your park at the end of October year 3 with a park rating of at least 600. So we're right next to Uluru then. And we need to build a nice park. So, this is a bit ugly, isn't it? So, first thing I'm going to do then, I'm going to get rid of everything that's already there because the space hasn't been used very efficiently, and what has been put down is quite ugly. So let's have a look then. We've got free entry, so we're going to be charging for the rides, and we've got a train. We've got not a bad selection of gentle rides to begin with. Quite a few coasters, more than enough to be getting on with. Only an enterprise in the thrill ride section, a couple of water rides, a load of shops. So I think the most obvious thing we're lacking is loads of thrill rides. So I'm going to put all my research into thrill rides. I'm going to get rid of everything as I've just said, and then I'm going to concentrate on building a nice sort of small park towards the entrance, and then we can expand then as the time goes on. It's not a very hard goal. I think the hardest thing about this video is going to be stopping myself accidentally going into a really bad Aussie accent. I don't think I have that many Aussie viewers. That might be because my videos aren't upside down. Not sure, but feel free to say hello in the comments if you are. So I'm going to crack on. I'll see you in a bit. October year 1, almost 1,000 guests, so only around 500 or so more to go. So we've got a kiosk and an ATM as you come in, and then I've been building a 12 by 12 pathing grid. So that leaves 10 by 10 in the middle, and then I've just been placing some rides on the inside. Going for the yellow green Aussie colour scheme, and we've got Jack Brabham's Bonza carts just here. Good excitement on that. Jack Brabham was a Formula One driver, only driver to ever win the Formula One title in his own car, in a car with his own name on it. Yeah, so not having that much difficulty so far, just putting down whatever we can, spending a little bit of time dropping down a few bits of scenery. We've got one of these over here, Crikey Koala. So this is a reverse freefall coaster with a different skin on the actual train. So decent excitement on that. We're going very aggressive on the prices, because by the time year 3 rolls on, I want to have tons of cash so we can build something big and crazy. But we're doing all right. We're doing all okay. As I said, I'm going to focus on building down here at the start, and then once we're okay with the guest score, we can go a bit crazy with the coasters. But yeah, no issues so far. I'm going to crack on. October year 2, around 1,200 guests in the park. The park numbers are starting to flatline, so that could be because we've got a guest cap, or it could simply be the fact that I've been very aggressive with the pricing. So the easiest thing for me to do would be to drop the pricing down and see what happens. So I think I forgot to show you my Orbo Tower, but that's something they'd probably call it. Just over here then, got a spinning wild mouse, Waltzing Matilda. Good excitement on that. Benefiting from a lot of scenery boosts around it. So I'm playing about with some of the sort of Aboriginal artwork, scenery tiles, and then I've gone cheap and cheerful with the coasters just down here. So we've got Kui Conga, Cutback, Grub Step, That's a good one, that is. That's a good one. And Far West Funnel Web. It's the name of a spider. And then so we've got my arc twister, but yeah, I wanted something quite quick to build, but something that'll make me tons of cash. Thing with this is the throughput on it is so high that it is very hard to keep it full. So this is Bush Boomerang. Third time lucky. So I'm not going to build on Uluru. I'm going to keep off the big rock, and just over here then, just playing about with this wooden coaster. So this one is Dreamtime. Good excitement on that. So it's quite a simple design. It's out and back with some loops and some helixes and things like that. But yeah, we're doing all right. The only issue is the number of guests that we've got. I'm going to drop all the prices down of the good rides, the coasters and things like that, down to £5, and just see what happens. May year 3, so the guest numbers have rocketed up since I reduced the pricing. So there's no guest cap. I'm going to worry about that. It is simply the fact that I was charging so much that the guests were running out of cash and leaving. So what I was doing whilst I was waiting to see what happened with dropping the price of the tickets is I wanted to build a really, really ridiculously long splashboard, something where it was a huge queue, and also a really long track, because what I wanted to do is I wanted to basically get as many guests on it as possible. So if the guest numbers didn't rise as a result of reducing the prices, this should work. So with this one, Dinkum Drops, great excitement on that. I'm really happy with that. Let's have a look. So we've got, wrong one, we've got 220 guests nearly on the actual ride, and then we've got another 164 guests in the queue. So just under 400 guests then are committed to this ride, either in the queue or actually on the ride itself. So that's helping out. But other than that, doing all right. They've got a nice big space just over here. Build something ridiculous and crazy by here. Got tons of cash. A lot of sick around the place. Got tons of garbos. Might have to hire some more. But yeah, we're doing all right. We've passed the target. The target was 1,500. We've got just over that now, and the guest numbers are going up. So by the time I finish building something crazy by here, the guests should be up a lot higher. So I'm going to crack on. I'll see you soon. October, year 3, just under 2,000 guests in the park. So I've gone for something big and crazy. Uluru, flawless roller coaster, decent stats on it. It's taken a while for me to get it synchronized properly, but yeah, it's pretty good. I've got a tutorial in the tutorial section of a twister where it launches and then it goes into like a dueling top hat. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to do something where it does that from a chain lift. Again, synchronization isn't great. I only just opened it, so it should get better, but we'll have a look at that in a second, see if it does get any better. Okay, so what we did is we came in, we got rid of the rides that were here to begin with. They were quite spread out. There was a lot of pathing around the place, and so a little bits of scenery. It wasn't great. So I got rid of that, put my research onto thrill rides, and then started building these 12 by 12 pathing grids. If I hide the rides or hide the scenery, you should see them quite easier. And then started building a load of flat rides then. In the middle, top spins, that sort of thing. Got go-karts, Orbo Tower, Ferris wheels, that sort of thing. After that then, into year 2, wanted to focus on building cheap and cheerful coasters. So we've got nice spinning wild mouse here, some corkscrews, junior coaster. We've got a, what's that, stand-up coaster, and then we've got a nice wooden coaster just up here. Dreamtime, and got my arc twister as well. Again, there's a tutorial and a tutorial section for this one. This one, you would need a park that is crazy full in order to keep this one busy. Throughput 2,500 per hour, but it could easily handle 7,000 without breaking much of a sweat. After that, then the guest numbers started to stall around the 1,200. So what I did was I dropped the prices of all the good rides down to £5. We were going very aggressive on the pricing before that. And then whilst I was waiting for that to react, I started building this crazy big splashboat ride. So let's have a look. Quite a decent number of guests in the queue. Sometimes we struggle getting guests to actually queue up for it, because usually they're so efficient that the guests just walk straight on. So let's have a look now. What have we got? We've got 200 guests in the queue and 400 guests on the ride. So there's 600 guests tied up on this one ride, and the ride stats are great, so they're loving it. But yeah, so there's 600 guests tied up just on this ride, and hopefully the synchronization should be a bit better on this now. Little cheat with the trim brakes. Now the time is a little bit out on that high five section, but I spent so long trying to get it right that that's the problem with Mobius coasters is when you start them off, they do have the trains on one side. You've got to send them around, and then you've got to test them, and then any changes you make just takes so much longer to do. But decent stats. I'm quite happy with that. What have we got? Only a couple of days left. Seems to be some sort of issue there where they're going round in circles. Not sure why. It's not causing us any issues. We've got full rating. Rating's been on maximum for pretty much the whole year. And we've done it. There you go. Crikey. Stew. Fantastic. Awesome. That was quite a fun scenario, this was. Quite enjoyed doing it. It wasn't very difficult. We were making so much cash that once the guest numbers started to stagnate a bit, we could drop the cash down and drop the prices down, and we were still making tons of money. So I didn't look. Oh, there you go. 21,000 that month, 19 there. So that's where I dropped the prices then into October, March. But before that, we were making crazy money. So this was Ayers Adventure. I am Stu. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.